Yeah, this is Point Black, coming in hard and off the car, coming with the flow straight from the barrio, and coming with that heat from the damn street. This is PBNN, Point Black National News, the late and the great edition, and the ghetto edition as well, because this is what we must do in all ways, as we see. You know what I mean? As we see things transpiring, we see the same thing going on with the guy complaining about Disney and its satanic actions that they're taking based on, you know what I'm saying, these things. So we're looking at that today and we're realizing, and we already knew, how long they've been running this shit. You know what I'm saying? It even go back to days of old, back on the different sitcom shows they used to have. You know, they had people like L. Ron Hubbard and all these jackasses up there doing these stupid skits and shit up there, wearing that same crown they probably stole from Ethiopia. But you know, but at the same time, you know what I mean, you see the same bullshit, and all the same ones wearing the same crown in actuality when we look at many things. You know what I mean? But when we look at what's going on today, we have to stay with current events. So today we're going to take again another look and look out. Now we see here on the politics Huff Post. You know what I'm saying? This is coming in by Nick. It looked like Vesser. Yeah, Vesser. 3 hours ago, Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? We see Trump erupts at Jack Smith over, you know what I'm saying, warrants for his Twitter account. You know what I mean? You know, in always I want to seem kind of funny. I mean, you're only doing these subpoenas based on this, but when they ask them for their subpoenas on, you know, Pete Joe Biden and his son and the certain Democrats, they yet to give up those documents in more ways than one. We see that, you know what I'm saying? But we see the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, attacks, you know, special counsel in this matter, you know what I'm saying, special counsel for, I guess, hold on one second, people. You know what I'm saying? We see he attacked special counsel Jack Smith on Sunday night amid reports that the Justice Department obtained a search warrant for his Twitter account, you know, early this year. You know what I'm saying? How dare, well, how dare low life prosecutors, you know, derange Jack Smith break into my former uh, Twitter account without informing me and indeed trying to completely hide this atro- uh, atrocity from me. You know what I'm saying? Trump wrote on his true social media. What could he possibly find out that is not already known? You know what I'm saying? Court documents unleashed Wednesday, you know what I'm saying, first revealed that Smith obtained warrants in January as part of his investigation into Trump's effort to overturn the 2020 presidential election. He ain't overturned shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it still remains the same. So he did not overturn any presidential election. You using that as a way to just keep on saying that he did. You know what I mean? But when he didn't, because you're forcing this on the people as well, because many things that Trump say in many ways does not always be heard. You know what I'm saying? And even when you look at Trump made a statement not too long ago talking about the Republican Party is the party of Abraham Lincoln, which is true. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it also was a favorite of black people as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it was many things that happened at that time that black people needed that type of liberation as time go on. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't overturn no election. He just said he didn't tell them to storm the Capitol. He didn't say none of that. All he said is, "We're going to save the country. You will do something about it." And you know what I'm saying? They left out the part where he said, you know, peacefully and patriotically. You know what I mean? So many clips and words and campaigns and rallies, they are censoring the media like a motherfucker, and then turning around and doctoring the film and shit like they did in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Doctoring the films to make him say things he didn't say. You know what I'm saying? Jokes he didn't make. You know what I'm saying? Doctoring the films and all types of shit just to scandalize the man. But Trump, what Trumpy Bear was indicted in that probe earlier that month and faced federal charges relating to multiple uh, uh, pronged conspiracy, you know what I'm saying, to say to stay in power, according to the prosecutor. And that's why he didn't do anything out of the extraordinary. And now you even saying they even tampered the ballot boxes. You didn't say him, you said others. But anyway, in other words, you know what I'm saying, he didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Prong, to just to stay in power. He knew you were gonna cheat him out of it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because he called cheat before the election had even was over. The numbers were still going when he called for a cheat. That was completely ignored. You know what I'm saying? Now, if President of the United States in a re-election calls for a cheat or recount and you say you recount, we didn't see that. That slipped right under the table. Who really saw that recount? You didn't show that to us. I don't know where the numbers are. I didn't see it. The last thing I could remember seeing them fake ass numbers that y'all put up there to begin with. And you censor the media all the way down the line. That's what I saw. You know what I'm saying? In order to keep creepy Joe Biden to win because they knew they were in trouble all around the board. Especially when it comes to Hunter Biden's, you know what I'm saying, foreign dealings that he should not have been dealing at all. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And this was all hidden, doctored, mastered, you know what I'm saying, censored media to the fullest. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever, you know what I'm saying, was censored like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I still ask the question, why do these people have these social media sites when you can't do good reporting anymore? You know what I'm saying? Because you have a Gestapo mainframe. And then not only that, once people get to using social media and get into it, they get upset when you keep blocking their posts and shit like that. I don't get upset. You know what? I could care less because there are more ways than one. The garbage that you're doing, you have been doing it for a long time. Some of the garbage that you're doing is even unknown and not seen. Nor do we care to see that shit. But we do need to see more prosperity coming to the people while you're reading, rabbing, screaming, and scratching, and all that bullshit. What happened to the regular common people that you try to keep the image that you're so clean? You know what I mean? But talking about Trump, you know what I'm saying? According to prosecutor, Trump has pleaded not guilty to all charges, as well as those in another indictment filed by Smith team filed by Smith team, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of clowns, they asked me, leaked to leaked to his handlings of classified documents after he left the White House. You know what I'm saying? We really give a fuck because all y'all did that shit too. The demon Democrats hiding documents right now with the documents for his son and his foreign dealings and what really took place over there in the Ukraine energy deal. You know what I'm saying? Wow, y'all blood sucking terrorists, all y'all do is dumb shit. But we see another one coming in here that seems to have a heck of a twist, but this is something we already knew too. You know what I'm saying? This is something we already knew too. You know what I mean? And we knew about this. So it is not new, the racism and how deep can it really go? You know what I'm saying? How deep can it really go? We see here in this matter, you know what I'm saying? In this matter, you know what I'm saying? See this in this matter. Where is this one? Oh, here it is. Oh yeah. Well, this one coming in by the Guardian News. You know what I'm saying? The military news by Ali. Look like. Ali Weston 9 hours ago. Now we see where we have in this one where it's revealed neo-Nazi active club, the active neo-Nazi club, you know what I'm saying, counts several U.S. military members, you know what I'm saying, counts several U.S. military members coming in 9 hours ago Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? Now, we see a neo-Nazi active club count several current and former members of the United States military as its members. The Guardian has learned, including a, a Lance Corporal machine gunner currently in detention on insubordination charges, and a former U.S. military corps staff sergeant who was booted from service for stealing large quantities of what? Ammunition. You know what I'm saying? Look like ammunition. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. But Lance Corporal machine gunner, you know what I'm saying, Mohammed Wada, Wada, and former Marine Corporal Staff Sergeant Gunner, you know what I'm saying, it looked like Nathan or whatever, Nathan, whatever his name is, are part of a Clockwork Crew California First active club, you know what I'm saying, according to the group own internal search records and social media posts, as well as the law enforcement tools. You know what I'm saying? Inside the city, battle over many things. You know what I'm saying? But active club and white national and neo-fascist fight club that train in combat sports are are a growing concern for the U.S. law enforcement. Their recruitment among active and former members of the military, you know what I'm saying, underscores both the underscore uh, the broadening appeal of the fitness, centric organized centric organizing model and the American Armed Service persistent struggle with extremists within the ranks. You know what I'm saying? But when we see this type of behavior, and I'm not even going to go on with it, and it's a damn shame that the military could fall to such things as this, but it always existed. You know what I'm saying? Based on their ideology, their belief, and so on. You know what I'm saying? I respect that as long as you do not cause harm to anyone else. You know what I'm saying? And from what we've seen, that has not been the case, has it? In many ways. Not saying that these people are doing that, but to have a neo-Nazi in our country, it shows that you're still holding on to the old bullshit. Now, that's up to you. You probably will to the day you die. But at the same time, when we look at the United States and a place such as this, that you have the freedom that you can carry on this way within the U.S. military, and literally get away with it, you know what I'm saying, till it's revealed, and Lord knows, even though it might not change. But at the same time, we have many other enemies. Like one of the questions I need to ask while they're doing all of that is how many enemies from within the United States do the human people have? Second of all, who gave the right to foreign countries to come in here and attack us from inside our own infrastructure? You know what I'm saying? Such as the Chinese. All this complaint about the Chinese, but who gave them the right to come in here in our country, a free country, a country that let them come here and come in, and they come in here, and all their interest is to take over our country in bullshit, to where you doing laboratory schematic games, you're doing laboratory disease, you're doing all types of games and fleeing and shooting and jiving and diving and distraction. Meanwhile, the war in Ukraine continues to go on, you know what I'm saying, according to the news. You know what I'm saying? From what we see. From what we see. So we have to look at this from a better perspective in more ways than one. This does not look right in any shape or form. You know what I'm saying? That you have a country as great as this, but you're foreign against the very government to bring in another government or another thing that came from the past, you know what I'm saying, of to me led to nothing but destruction. So you have a chance to build a country and make it the best life that you can have, where you can have even your own secular area, your own secular groove, and nobody will bother you, and you bother no one. You know what I'm saying? But to take the military and turn the military into a complete buffoon is not looking good to anyone else, especially foreign countries. You know, even talking about LGBTQ in the military. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I mean, some of the things that go on is unacceptable as a military soldier. You know what I'm saying? And it goes to show that the valiancy of this country is lost because there was a time where kids wanted to become soldiers. Not saying that they were doing it for the reasons that they knew they was doing it. They might have been doing it off of the fashion, the look, the TV program that showed them this heroicness, yada 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 yada, and so forth on. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it still showed a will of men that stood as men. You know what I'm saying? Now you're talking about neo-Nazism, you know what I'm saying, counting in the U.S. military. And then when we look at it, it's an elite group because it's the Marine Corps base. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, I really don't know and can truly speak on that feeling of when the military has this. But it's like I said, it's always been there. And it's sad to see that black people in the greatness of white fighting warriorship, you know what I'm saying, is it could be, you know, in the same military with these people that will see it this way. You have that belief, keep it to yourself. But when it comes to the United States military, we need all the soldiers and the proper people because we know corruption across the planet of our government has already sparked aggravation. You know what I'm saying? So now when this thing pop off, we expect you to go with them against us in all ways, waiting for your opportunity for your Armageddon. And this is supposed to be the United States military. And guess what? I'm going to leave it right there. You take it for what you want. I think the valiancy of a warrior to fight a war or to be involved in a war is one of the most valiant things that you could truly see. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about street shit. I'm talking about true military strength and might. You know what I'm saying? But the corruption seems to never stop. And it's sad to see the men and women that died, you know what I'm saying, on battlefields and shit, or wherever in the military, you know what I'm saying, would see this come to pass. But like I said, they always want to infiltrate and, you know, it's very sad, you know. And that is due to the fact that the freeness of our country and the openness of our country, you know what I'm saying, these things can go on. You know what I'm saying? But we see it live in real world. Kevin O'Leary warns of U.S. has a crisis emerging, you know, thanks to the breakneck speed of interest rate hikes. You know what I'm saying? Here's who will feel the pain. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one from what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Here's who's going to feel the pain. This is coming in August 2023 at 6:30. You know what I'm saying? 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? As we see, but we see Kevin O'Leary is about the crisis, is about a crisis emerging, you know what I'm saying, in the United States. Yeah, because it seemed like they sitting up here even saying that the Chinese have a plan to starve American people. We let you in, and this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because America has done and back and forth with these wars, and everybody got their cornball agenda in their mind for amen to the bullshit that go on. You know what I mean? But what are they doing in our country having the ability to even starve American people or interfere with American people food and all this and the third? It's a huge question. It's a very huge question. And you keep hearing the same rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? You keep hearing the same, even when it came to many people, even when we look at the dude complaining about Disney World and the evilness and the bullshit that they're trying to present and put out there. You know what I'm saying? We know about that. Even back in the days, every time they win a football game, they're talking about, I'm going to Disney World, grown ass men. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to Disney World. You know this out of that contract, you know what I'm saying? And all that shit to promote that shit in all ways. You know what I'm saying? From what we see. You know what I mean? And that's what we see. You know?